Hello, I'm Kallol Dahal, and in today's class we are going to learn about weather forecast and migration from chapter 7, grade 8. So let's begin.
Hello students and welcome to today's class. Today we are going to do unit 7, weather forecast. So let's begin. Weather forecast, weather condition. A table has been given there with stations and maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and how much rainfall had happened and how much rainfall occurred in the last 24 hours. As you can see, the asterisk denotes the maximum temperature as recorded yesterday afternoon. So this maximum temperature is the temperature as recorded yesterday afternoon. So let's begin. Today, it will be partly to mostly cloudy all over the country. Light to moderate rain with thunder and lightning will occur at many places in the hilly regions of the country and at a few places in the remaining parts of the country. There are chances of heavy rainfall at one or two places of Gandaki, Lumbini and Karnali provinces. Tonight, it will be generally to mostly cloudy throughout the country. Light to moderate rain with thunder and lightning will occur at many places of the hilly regions of the country and at a few places in the remaining parts of the country. There will be heavy rainfall at one or two places of Province 1, Gandaki and Lumbini provinces. So this text is not that difficult to understand. So let's dive directly into the exercises. Find the words from the texts to complete these sentences. There was a violent storm with thunder and dash yesterday. Thunder and lightning. So the answer for this is lightning. Nepal measures an average annual dash of 10 centimeter. So the answer for this is rainfall. The weather in Kathmandu is dash. It is neither too hot nor too cold. Is moderate. When exactly did the incident occur? The weather dash says it will be sunny tomorrow. The weather forecast. Forecast means to predict what's going to happen in the future. So let's go into the next exercise. Exercise B. Study the weather information in the texts and take the correct answers. Which place was the hottest yesterday according to the chart? To the chart, the hottest place yesterday was Nepalganj. Which place was the coldest yesterday according to the chart? Now we have two answers for this. One is the coldest yesterday. So to know the coldest place for yesterday, we need to refer to the minimum temperature. So the minimum temperature was 20.4 and two cities had it, Dipayal and Kathmandu. So the answers are Dipayal and Kathmandu. Which places did not have rainfall yesterday according to the chart? According to this chart, there were three cities which did not have rainfall yesterday: Nepalganj, Gorahi and Janakpur. So since we only have Janakpur and Nepalganj, these two are the correct answers. What will the weather be like today in the hilly regions? So we need to refer to the today portion, not to the tonight portion. According to the today portion, thunder and lightning. So the answer is thunder and lightning. Now exercise C. Take turns in pairs and read the weather forecasts from the text. Act like a newsreader. So if you don't know how a newsreader sounds like, I suggest you watch or listen to a weather forecast from any English news channels and act like them and read today's forecast given in your book. Now let's go to pronunciation. Learn to pronounce these phrases used in weather forecasts. Light rain, moderate rain, heavy rainfall, mainly fair, mostly cloudy, generally cloudy, windy, partly cloudy. Now let's go to grammar 1. A. Study these sentences and notice the degree of certainty will and be going to express. We just need to read these and then observe and notice what's been given here. Look at those boys playing football. They are going to break the window. So this going to denotes certainty because it's more certain that they are going to break the window. The sky is getting darker and darker. It's going to rain. So going to denotes certainty. I think he will win the next election. He will win. See? So this is less certain. It is monsoon. It will rain tomorrow. Will. So this only denotes less certainty. Now keeping the previous exercise in our mind, let's do the next exercise. Complete the sentences with will or be going to. Did you buy some bread? Oh no, I forgot to buy it. I am going to buy some. So let's write I am going to buy. See this be going to, this be, we can change this be according to the subject. Since there is I, we can change be into am. Why have you put on these boots? I am going to walk on the snow. So same, I am going to walk on the snow. If I meet him, I will tell him the good news, because you are not sure whether you will be certainly saying it or not. I've bought a new book. Tonight, I will stay at home and start reading it. There's a less certainty that you are going to read anything. Look at those dark clouds. It is going to rain soon, because the dark cloud denotes the certainty of rain. I dash meet her next week. It's been my plan for a long time. So see, it's been my plan for a long time denotes that the character I is certainly going to meet her next week. So where we have to write I am going to meet her next week. They say the weather will be awful tomorrow. Really? In that case, I am going to cancel the trip, or I will cancel the trip. Let's write will, because this sentence denotes there is a less chance of rainfall. So in that case, I will cancel the trip if it rains tomorrow. I know, I heard the news. I dash spend the whole day reading books. I am going to spend the whole day reading books. It is certain because he has heard the news. And if it rains, he is most certainly going to spend his whole day reading books. Now let's go into another exercise. Imagine your friend Susanna is moving to a new city. She asks her parents the following questions. Now match her questions with the answers given below. Work in pairs and take turns to ask and answer them. So here are the questions. Where will I go to study? Are we going to live in our own house? Are we going to buy new clothes in the shopping malls there? So we have 6 questions over here, and we have 7 answers to these questions. Let's see which questions fit to the answers. So where will I go to study? The answer for this is given in C. Option number C. You'll go to a school in Butwal. Are we going to live in our own house? The answer for this is in option number F. The answer for this is in option number F. Yes, we are going to live in our own house. Will I have good friends? The answer for this is in option number A. Yes, you will. Are we going to buy new clothes in the shopping malls there? Yes, we are. Where will you work, father? I will work in a hospital there. How long are we going to stay there? We are going to stay there forever. So these are the answers. Now let's dive into next exercise. Work in pairs. Take turns to make predictions based on the situations. Use will or going to in your answers. What will the weather be like tomorrow? I know that I have lost my pen. He knows that he has no money to buy a pencil. What will happen next year? So you have been given some situations, and based on these situations, you are asked to make predictions. Predictions means you are going to tell us what is going to happen in the future. So what will the weather be like tomorrow? You can take help from any newspaper or any channels and find out the weather and how it's going to be like tomorrow. And you make your predictions using will or going to, as we have already done in the previous exercise. So I know that I've lost my pen. Now you know that you have lost your pen. So what are you going to do? Or what will you do? You have to write that prediction. He knows that he has no money to buy a pencil. Now you have a friend who has no money to buy a pencil and he needs a pencil. Now you are going to make a prediction based on this situation about what he is going to do next. Write it down. So similarly, I hope you can do all of these. So mark it down as your homework. Now let's go into next exercise. Now let's go into the next text that we have been given here, reading 2, migration. Now before we read the text, can you answer these questions? Where do you think these people are going? We have been given a picture there where people are walking, and you have to guess where do you think these people are going. And you have to guess where these people are going. Does this happen in your locality? Why? You must have seen some people moving from your locality to the next. Can you write the reason for that? Try it once. Now let's go into the reading. Migration. People have moved from one place to another since the beginning of history. There are varieties of purposes for their movement. When they go to a new place for just a short visit, They are usually called tourists. If people move to another place with the intention of living there, it is called migration. People who move from one place to another in search of work or shelter are called migrants. Many people plan to live in a new country for a long period of time. They want to become citizens of the new country. Since the trend of moving to a new country for better opportunities is increasing, the number of migrants will surely rise in the years ahead. There are two factors that cause migration. They are termed as push and pull factors. Pull factors attract migrants to the country of destination, such as opportunities for better employment, higher wages, facilities, better working conditions, and others. Push factors drive people to leave their place and go to some other places or countries. Those factors consist of economic, social, or political problems or natural disasters. The place of origin gets some benefits from migration. One of its benefits is the potential for economic opportunities. In many cases, people may find more job prospects or better paying jobs in their place of origin, particularly in rural areas where there may be a shortage of labor. Additionally, people may have access to land or other resources that they can use to start their own business or farm. Similarly, the country of destination can also have a lot of economic and cultural benefits from migration. For example, the country can fill labor shortages and start new businesses. This will also increase consumer expenditure. The new migrants can also bring new skills and knowledge that can help boost productivity and innovation in the country. Migrants can bring new skills, ideas, perspectives, and ways of life, which can enrich a country's cultural heritage and promote social cohesion. Migration has some drawbacks. Many skilled people leave their country for better job opportunities, which creates shortage of skilled human resources in the country of origin. Similarly, reaching a new land does not always bring good results for the migrants. Finding a job becomes challenging when a place is overrun by migrants. The presence of too many people leads to low pay. Population growth in a particular place or country has adverse effects on the environment. Migrants may also face cultural displacement and struggle to adapt to the culture and customs of the new country. So that's the text about migration. Now let's dive into the exercises. The words for these meanings are hidden in the grid below. Find the words. The words are either vertical or horizontal. Now we have been given the meaning of some words. Now we have to find the words given in the grid, given in this grid, given here. The meanings are given here, and we have to find the words in here. The words can either be vertical like this or horizontal like this. So let's find it out. A place to which somebody is going, it's destination. So this is the word destination. What you intend or plan to do, your aim, intention. Let's find the word intention. I found it. It's here. Now if you're confused in the words, you can confer it to the text that we have been given. All the words for these meanings have been provided in the text. Now I'm going to do the last one for you, and I hope you'll be able to do the remaining 4 on your own. To fill or spread over an area quickly, especially in large numbers. The answer for this is overrun. So let's find out where overrun is. I found it. It's here. So now I expect you to do the remaining 4 on your own. Now let's go into the next exercise. Answer these questions. You are supposed to refer to the text provided to you, migration, and then answer these questions. Who are called tourists? When people go to a new place for just a short visit, they are usually called tourists. So the answer is given in the first paragraph of the text. Similarly, find answer for the remaining questions. And I expect you to do it as your homework. Now, many Nepalese are migrating to other countries for different purposes. Discuss its positive and negative effects with your partner. So here you need to look at our country right now. how people are moving to various countries for different purposes. Most of the purposes, or the most important purposes, are the ones who go for financial growth. People move to other countries for studies as well. Some move to help their partners, but it's mostly for the financial growth. So that financial growth has its positive and negative effects on the society, family, and the country as a whole. You need to critically analyze all those effects and write it down in your copy. Mark it down as your homework as well. Now, grammar. Compare the following sentences. Do they mean the same thing or are they different? Discuss. He will leave home at 8 a.m. He will have left home by 8 a.m. She will pass the exam. She will have passed the exam by next year. I will eat lunch at 12 noon. I will have eaten lunch by 12 noon. So here you can see the differences. Will leave, will pass, will eat. It's a simple sentence. But will have left, will have passed, will have eaten. All of these have one same word, that is by, and by. So I will have eaten lunch by 12 noon. So it means that exactly at 12 noon or before 12 noon, I will have eaten my lunch. Neeta will finish her work tomorrow morning. Neeta will have finished her work by tomorrow morning. Our team will do the project work next week. Our team will have finished the project work by next week. Now let's go to the exercises. Use the verbs in the brackets to write the sentences in future perfect. This is future perfect. Will have left, will have passed, will have eaten. So in future perfect, this is the form of future perfect. Future will, perfect will always have plus V. The third form of the verb. If you are confused what the third form of the verb is, always think about this example. Go, went, gone. Swim, swam, swum. See, this is the first form of the verb, this is the second form of the verb, and this here is the third form of the verb. So third form, or with the perfect, always these verbs come with the third form of the verbs. So now let's go into the answers for this. I dash not finish the game by 6 o'clock. I will not have finished the game by 6 o'clock. My mother will have grown 1000 tulips by the end of the month. The mechanic will have mended my bicycle by tomorrow. Can you do the remaining? I hope you can, and please mark these also down as your homework. I think there's no confusion with this future perfect. So let's go into the next exercise. I've already told you that this is also your homework. So please finish it. Now, another exercise. Put the verbs in the brackets into future simple or future perfect. Let's see. Scientists dash find a cure for AIDS in 20 years period. In, there is no by. So let's use scientists will find a cure for AIDS in 20 years period. We just used future simple or simple future. Perhaps she dash for lunch tonight. Perhaps she will come for lunch tonight. She is writing a book. She dash finish the book by next month. So whenever you see by, you know what to write. She is writing a book. She will have finished the book by next month. So now I think you have understood the difference between when to use will and when to use will have finished or will have plus V third. I expect you to do the remaining exercises on your own. Now let's go into the writing portion. Punctuate the following paragraph. Now whenever there is given punctuate, please keep one thing in mind, that the first letter of the sentence is always capital and the ending of a sentence always has a period or a full stop. So capital and full stop. Do not forget these. And what we can see these days in students is that they have a habit of writing I, which denotes self, oneself, writing it in small letter or in lower case. Please do not do that. Irrespective of where I comes in the sentence, I to denote self is always written in capital. This is always wrong. Please do not do that. Use I like this. See here, this is incorrect. Correct this into this one. So Nitin, capital N, is one of the most laid back students I know, capital letter I, full stop. He with capital H. He is tall and slim with black hair, and he always wears a shirt and black jeans. So before and there should be a comma, because after and, see, there's a whole sentence over there with proper subject, verb and object. So whenever we see these kinds of phrases or clauses or sentences after and, please do not forget to give a comma over here. And he always wears a shirt and black jeans, full stop. His with a capital H. Jeans have holes in them, and his baseball boots, comma, are scruffy too, full stop. He with capital H usually sits at the back of the class, and he often seems to be asleep, full stop. However, with a capital H, comma, when the exam results are given out, comma, he always gets an A, full stop. I, capital, don't think he is. He is. It can be written like his, like this. So give an apostrophe over here. He is as lazy as he appears to be, full stop, and you are done. Now write a couple of paragraphs on environment. Address the following questions. So answering these questions, the question expects you to write a paragraph on the topic environment. So you need to include these answers in your paragraph. What is environment? What is its importance? What are the causes of environmental degradation? Degradation means the environment not getting or not improving, where the environment is being degraded or not in the standard quality. The quality is being degraded day by day. That's called environmental degradation, and you have to write the causes of those. How can we protect the environment? Now you have to conclude the paragraph with how you think we can protect the environment. So I hope you will be able to do this as well. And with that, we conclude today's class. So I hope you have understood everything in today's class and there's no confusion. But if there is, you know how to get back to us. It is learning@dearwalk.edu.np. So until we come back with another unit, have fun and goodbye.